think that
So
boy touched earth when he was in LA. But
why do y'all have as y'all MVP Jokic or Shea? Who are y'all giving the MVP to?
Shay,
I'm giving it to Shea.
best player on the best team. They had a winning record. I'm going a
I'm
real
sorry,
political
bro.
answer because that's typically who gets it. Your individual performance has had the most profound impact on your team as it clearly equates to winning. Y'all have the number
Yeah.
one seed. I have the most wins in franchise history. Have the most wins in the league. Best defensive win share for a team. Again, with the guy who averages the most points in the NBA, leading the way on that team. And by the way, he also, I believe, leads the league in steals as well. On that, probably Dyson Daniels, but I want to say SGA is top three. But just from the merit and letter of the law, I give it to Shea. Obviously, Jokic has had an amazing season, but it hasn't really equated to winning. It hasn't impacted winning, and I think because he has a lesser team, and the defense just hasn't been there, that he's going to struggle to get those votes. They're going to give it to Shea, man. Shea going to be MVP, and that Paul George for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander trade will go down as probably one of the worst in history. But again, Paul George has been a proud recipient or participant, rather, in a lot of horrible transactions over the past few years. In his most recent stop, I think he's outdid them all, robbing the Philadelphia 76ers of 200 plus million, being as washed as these load of clothes are in my washing machine right now. And them motherfuckers done got washed 3 times because I forgot them in there a couple days ago. So them motherfuckers are washed. Like, washed. I want to put real emphasis on that.
Yeah, it's Shea for me because he didn't work his ass off to be runner up and then worked his ass off to get it this time.
I think that Shea is the actual MVP. No, is the league's MVP, but I believe that Jokic is the true MVP.
What does that even mean?
It means that I feel like Shea technically played for the MVP, and I feel like Jokic played the game. I feel like he played basketball. He was the better player. I feel like
So when
I feel
MVP
about it.
talks were
I feel
still
like
kind of
every
up in
year
the
it's like that,
air,
man. Period. We've all seen it. It happened to James Harden a lot. James Harden played the right way and deserved MVP, but they gave it to other players. We've seen it
I
time and time
won't
again.
argue.
That's
I
all I'm
won't
saying.
argue
I
with
have to
you.
do that because I just feel
Whoa.
like it's what it is. Some players
I
go
feel
out there and
like
they
that's
play
the
the tough, they
problem
play
about.
right, play the team, they do all this great stuff, and they don't get MVP. And then you have this player who technically is like the team decided, no, you're going to be MVP and we're going to make it happen for you. Here goes the ball. Here goes your opportunities. Forget making us better or making us a better team as a whole. Boom. I just have to say that, man, just for the sports fans, for the guys like us who understand that. That's the only reason why I said that. But I'm not taking
Jokic,
away
So
from
you don't
Shea. He is the MVP, but I just have to put that little disclaimer in there. I'm sorry.
yeah, you on one with these backhanded compliments tonight.
Yes, sir.
But all right, I think the disconnect or maybe disrespect with Shea is people look at Shea's consistency with averaging 32 points per game and they out there treating him as if like, oh, well, all you doing is scoring. Where I look at it as Shea team needs him to focus solely on putting the ball in the basket. And if he isn't doing that, they aren't as great as they are. Jokic's team, due to injuries and lack thereof talent, needs him to do scoring, assisting, and rebounding. And so I feel like both of their impacts are relatively equal in terms of what they provide for their team, in terms of what their team needs for them. Of course, Jokic is absolutely great. with what he does, but I don't think Jokic's rebounds and assists should lessen the impact of Shea mustering 32 points per night. Like that shit, it's not fucking easy to average a 30 ball in the NBA. I don't care how you try to argue about defense and so on and so forth. For teams to know you don't really have a definitive second option and know your goal is to give they knowing your goal is to get 30 to give your team a chance to win and constantly do it night in, night out, I think that's grounds for Jokic is great enough. I won't say unanimous MVP because I can understand how some votes could sway in his favor, but we have to stop with the lessening of like scoring the basketball because essentially at its core, at its essence, that's the name of the game. Score the basketball. And Shea does that at a great, phenomenal level, um, better than Jokic, right? And so, and you compound that with the fact that his team is the best team in the league. I don't really think it's up for debate. Um, However, I hate the fact that it takes players being snubbed for them to start to get the proper recognition that they rightfully deserve. Whereas some people may try to argue Shea getting this MVP is a makeup from last season, but I negate that argument by simply saying Shea still went out this season and absolutely earned it. Now,
Da-da-da-da-da-da. I have breaking news.
who's going to be in the conversation for next season if we follow the context clues? Jokic is going to come in as the favorite because we're going because they're going to make up for feeling like he got snubbed this season. So yeah.